adventures taken from the pages of the best pulp magazines. Amazing stories, astounding science fiction, thrilling wonder stories. The true breeding ground of the genre. During the summer, when I was reading those anthologies, I might have slept in small-town Wisconsin, but my mind really lived in the wildest frontiers of space and time. That's when I really fell in love with short stories. And it wouldn't do to just read them. I decided to start writing stories of my own and sending them to magazines. I began to get those published, nearly 150 of them so far. Even though some of the magazines are still around, today's true breeding ground for the best short SF stories is in anthologies. And the most fertile land for new anthologies comes out of the indie presses. Some anthologies are assembled along traditional lines, such as those from my own Wordfire Press, but others are more of a co-op venture with ambitious indie writers and publishers throwing a party with their imagination. Bridge Across the Stars is one such book. Here, you'll find a wide selection of big SF stories, big ideas, and big adventures, written by well-established veterans such as Bohnhoff and Will Mcintosh, to extremely successful indie authors such as Lindsay Buroker, David VanDyke, Jason Anspach, Daniel Arenson, and Patty Jansen. You'll read great tales by emerging talents like Rhett Bruno, Craig Martelle, Chris Pourteau, Anne Christy, Chris Dietzel, David Bruns, Steve Beaulieu, Josi Russell, Lucas Bale, and Felix R. Savage. Turn your imaginations loose. To find these great stories, you don't have to do your searching like I did. You have the stories right here. But wouldn't it be cool if someone actually discovered this collection on a shelf in the science fiction section of a tiny small-town library? Oh, one other thing about all those big anthologies that I read as a kid. I remember many of them had forewords where the editor talked about the stories themselves and his process in choosing them. I never read the forewords, I just dove right into the stories. So, what are you listening to this for? Get started on the real fiction. As the Sparks Fly Upward, by David VanDyke. Yet mankind is born unto trouble as the sparks fly upward. Job, chapter 5, verse 7. First Lieutenant Joseph Bull Ben Taurus, Earth Fleet Marines, jerked upright in his bunk as the assault carrier Melita's general quarters alarm shrieked. In droll counterpoint, its recorded voice calmly called all hands to battle stations. Adrenaline warred with sleep as Bull rolled to his feet and pulled on his combat underlayers with well-drilled motions. The smart cloth resisted shrapnel, spread heat, wicked sweat, compressed injuries, and more, all in service to the battle suits that kept every fleet marine alive. As he dressed, Bull waited for more details to come over the PA. Were they under sudden attack by Meme Empire ships? Was the carrier reacting to flash orders that would send her boosting for a rendezvous in battle? Or was it a no-notice drill? It didn't matter. His actions were the same. At least, they were until the lights went out. A shock took his feet out from under him, and he found himself falling gently to the floor, a sure sign the grav plating had defaulted to emergency backup, and a sure sign of severe damage to the ship. Accessing his cybernetic chipset, Bull extended his optical implant's range up and down until the combination of UV and infrared gave him limited sight. He completed donning his equipment, keying his internal comlink as he did, hoping someone was up. "I'm here, Bull," he heard his company first sergeant, Jill Reaper Repeth, reply. "But I can't reach the bridge. Oxcon says the task force got jumped and the other ships have their hands full, so we're on our own." "On my way to the armory," Bull said. He'd feel a lot better in a battle suit. "Meet you there." In the passageway's dim emergency lighting gave plenty of illumination to his implanted eye. He smelled the telltale tang of combustion mixed with fire suppression chemicals. Swabbies in damage control gear hurried past, using handholds or magnetic boots to assist their movements. Bull did the same and had almost reached the armory when his field of view shredded. Instinctively lifting his arms and squeezing his eyes shut, he felt a roaring wall of debris fling him backward, and he took a blow to the head. A long moment later, he shook free of a half-ton of wreckage that would have pinned him if the grav plating had been operating at full. As it was, a strong, steady push left him standing free in a section of passageway, bruised and